Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Verse number 50 of chapter Al-Baqarah is recited like this. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ وَأَغْرَقْنَا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. This verse is another part of the history and another part of the story of children of Israel and what they were bestowed from Allah, how Allah did so many blessings upon them, and they were blessed many times, and one of them was recited in the verse before, 49, which was saying that Allah freed them and delivered them from the captivity. And now in this verse Allah is saying that remember and recall, O children of Israel, وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ, that we did apart, we parted, we made the sea in two parts. وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ, the sea, that they reached the point of shore, at the seashore, they reached to flee from Pharaoh. But Pharaoh, with all his army and all his people, they followed them and they came to them to capture them and do with them what they wanted. In front of the people of Israel there was a sea, and from behind the army of Pharaoh, and they were like sandwich, they were in between them. And now they were crying and saying to Moses that how you managed us like this, that you brought us to a hell-like condition, that we don't have a way forward and can't go back, and from our back or behind the army of Pharaoh is just going to reach us, and then what they will do with us, that is God knows. So in this condition Allah came to their help and did an historical thing, a phenomena that never happened before and will never happen ever after that. And that was a show of power by Allah to man and mankind, that if He wants, He can do such a big help, and this kind of blessings also He can show to man if the man is trying to be His servant, as they were on the path towards Allah, because they were delivered by Moses and they accepted him as a prophet, and then they were under his command, so they were running on the path of goodness and right path. So Allah is helping when they are on the right path, and Allah is now reminding them that remember that event, what happened at that time. وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ, when we parted and made it in two parts, the sea, divided it. Of course, the sea was divided like this, that it was looking like two walls are there. This wall of water, a wall of water, and the other side also a wall of water. A big wall. Water is there. It is not sinked, or the water was not gone away. The water is there, and they were to cross it from the bed of sea, and they crossed it, and water was there. The walls of water were there, and after them Pharaoh thought that is just a phenomena, a natural phenomena, or it happens sometime. Water goes down and it sinks and it runs away, and this is happening, and we can say a curtain of ignorance or arrogancy came on his wisdom, and all those his wiseness was gone. He could not understand the situation, and they went to the same bed of the sea to cross it and go on the other side of the sea behind Moses' people, the people of Israel. But when they came in between, totally in the middle of the sea, they went, the sea came to its natural condition, and water was again mixed up and came together, and the partition was removed, and the water drowned them all. The people of Pharaoh, all of them, they were drowned, and the people of Moses, all of them, they were escaped from the condition, and they were delivered, and they did not happen in the capturing of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh was the one who was the victim of this miracle of Allah. وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ. After doing this partition of this sea, we did deliver you, and the same time with one act, that is one act and two work, two results. The same act that delivered one party and drowned the other party. And Allah is saying and stating this like this: فَانْجَيْنَاكُمْ, the same act, with that we delivered you, وَأَغْرَقْنَا عَلَى فِرْعَوْنَ, and we drowned the folk of Pharaoh in the same thing which caused you to be delivered and caused them to be drowned. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ, and Allah is saying that this a joyous event for you, and this was a entertainment for you, and this was a hilarious happening that happened in front of your eyes. Wantum tanzurun means that this show of Allah's power and the show of humiliation of Pharaoh was done in front of you, so that you become so much happy and hilarious, and that become a time of joy for you, because you were so many years and decades of years you were in the captivity of the captive in the captivity of Pharaoh, and you were enduring so much painful chastisement by him, and the calamity that you and the misery that you were facing at the time when the Pharaoh was upon you and you were in his captivity. So here Allah is reminding them that there are so many bestowing from Allah, and this is another of them. And the story is not complete. and yet there are so many other blessings from Allah, and Allah is going to tell us inshallah in the next session. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May Allah bless you all.